Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Your Turn to Die. We're still here in this kind of like crazy, like operating room or whatever it is, and there's like lots of tools here. So I wonder if it's something to do with like dummies. It's like a repair shop. A drink machine. Drinks again? Hey, these are all hot drinks. What's gotten you so excited? It doesn't have the charging capabilities, which means it's no trouble if we drink from here. Connor's fine with a cocoa outfit. Aww. Honestly, maybe like a little bit of a side like thing to get like a little bit of cocoa wouldn't be a terrible thing. You know what I mean? Lift the spirits a tiny bit. I'll have a cocoa as well. I don't need sugar when I'm using my head. If you want to drink, then you can just be honest. No, honestly, like I don't think it's a bad idea to like to fill up on stuff. You know what I mean? We only really get meals in between games, right? Relax just a little bit with the drink machine. Yeah, like I don't think it's a terrible thing. Why, like you can see, it's like why would we worry about this right now? It's like if you're only eating at set times and you only eat when you have when they were right before a game and the food is associated usually now with someone's going to die. Finding just to have some hot cocoa, some soup, right? Where it's not someone's dying because of it. Now I know like we're still like in a death game, but you know what I mean? Like that's like a really pleasant thing comparatively to what we usually eat food in. There's a machine with a keyhole on the door. Unlike everything else, a keyhole? Mine must be in here, right? Hold on a second. Then why did Midori come out of here? No good. Knocking's not getting a response. What could this mean? I wonder. There's like a switch here, right? There's probably no point in looking around here anymore, is there? But mine might be in there. I think I'll go and inspect the cemetery once more. Why? Even if it was out of commission, it's still gotta be dangerous to be alone, right? Then Renamara, you come with me. Why me? Here, you hold my cocoa. You're drinking way too much. You're taking Renamara away from me? What should we do now? What should we do, meow? Let's keep searching this floor with some more for Cage and Kitaro. Not to say I doubt Mai, but still. I mean, it's okay. It's not about doubting Mai. They're in a situation where until we see them, we can't be sure how okay they are. I think that's totally fair. Right? So, oh, that's the keyhole. I thought it was a switch. Okay. There's a big box labeled repaired. There's nothing inside. And there's the light switch as well. Okay, we can go exploring some places too. Yeah, like 100%. It's not about not trusting Mai. It's about understanding that things are scary right now. Hinako wanted to go do the caskets. I wonder why. Oh my god. That's so adorable. He's just holding the coffees. Or the cocos. Why am I looking after Hinako? The still kind of burnt smell. So I guess she wanted to find something there? That's very cute though, that he just like is holding the coffees. You know, it's like one of those situations, you know those people that like did before they know what they're helping someone out when they didn't expect to? Huh? Pixie Sarah, watch out! What? What? The ceiling fell. That was close. Well done, Gin. Well done. The ceiling fell? I wonder if it's coming because of Maple's rampage. Possibly. Yeah, but Gin helped us out there once again. Debris has fallen onto the ring. That was a close call. It has this weird smell like ink. Meow. Interesting. Yeah, and like here's the thing. Obviously, like I would like to say it again, if you ever see the ceiling falling, and I don't know if he pushed us out of the way, if that's what happened there, but I don't want to ever like say like, you know, he did something good. He did something good, even though like it's very dangerous, right? He did something good. Leads to the gallery. Hole of the size of window. It's dark inside. I can't see. I want to just make sure we're exploring everything again, because you know you never know then at that point as well. Let's just go to every room then. Okay. Gallery. Nothing has changed here, has it? Maple hasn't changed, has she? Maple isn't moving at all. The breaker is on. It doesn't seem anything else has changed here. Beyond the brutality that's already in that room as well. Anything with the elevators? Nothing here. Interesting we had this some ways. Why did the ceiling fall? Are they saying that we have to, are they saying to go to the top floor and see, oh, we can't go here. Okay, I was thinking maybe we go up here to see what the damage was upstairs. Maybe not. We already explored that aspect, right, with the room behind there. So the only two places left are here and here. Nothing clickable, no. So it has to be maybe the gate. Lovely room that was just destroyed as well, right? Lovely room. Oh. A large gate is shut fast. Is it locked maybe? I mean, I think so, but I'm not sure. What's this again? Oh, okay. I was like, what's that note there? So maybe it is something to do with here. A weird smell like ink? Oh! Yeah. There we go. Well done, Gin. Debris has fallen to the ring. The lanterns made the text appear. Yeah, please. Its handwritten message is pretty warm, but I can read it. What? This is farewell. I'll be departing this facility shortly. Of course, I feel a sense of responsibility for aiding a plan to restructure the criminal underworld. But deciding death by majority vote, I can no longer entertain this. Here on the 6th floor, there is an escape route known to no one. I commend you for finding this message. By all means, visit me, and together we shall build a new underworld. A restructuring of the underworld? Building a new underworld? But he didn't want to do the death game? Shinobu Gokujo? Do we know this name? Shinobu Gokujo. Well done, Gin. Well done. That's the name of the one person. Well done, Gin. It's a Yakuza. It's a Yakuza, right? Because the missing pinky finger? What do you mean? I explained the Hades incident, yeah, and all the stuff that KG described before. The mutual slaughter to decide the dawn of a seedy organizations. You mean a death game? Yes, this is me, and this being written on the wall here. Means it took place here? Ain't this huge? If this is all true, there might still be an exit on floor 6. You know what's so funny? Didn't even register me there in that second there. Reiko and Gin are picking up the pieces for me here right now. Well done. This incredibly tiny hope could have still long been sealed off. Even if it's still around, no telling whether we would find it. But it ain't impossible. Yeah, we have to try. There's hope of us getting home. We have to try. 100%. Sara. Wow, that hurts, Reiko. My bad. I just feel like I had to hug you. Oh my god. And Reiko does look like the type of person that would give you like really strong hugs to the point that like, you know, you reset your back every time you hug her. Yeah, I didn't even register because the time was just like, I was figuring out what they were trying to say here, like with this guy here. But I'm glad that they have characters being like, yeah, we can escape. We can try to escape. Hope. The moment we saw the exit, it was all replaced with the abject despair. Yeah, that was a really horrible moment. Now I feel like I've seen the tiniest, thinnest sliver of light. And also what Mai says is true. You know, even we can escape with you. I want to believe it. I want to believe it. So that's really interesting as well. Like, we should be using the lantern a lot more as well. But now we know on floor 6, there's a possibility that we could get out of here. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I hope it doesn't say, like, I'm like, listening to everything they say. But usually I latch onto different things. And right now it's just like, criminal underworld? That's what I was latching onto. But then it's like, oh, floor 6. We could possibly do something there as well. Yeah. But that's why you have characters like that, right? You might miss stuff, but then they pick up the pieces for you. You know what I mean? I think it's fine. Let's keep using the lantern. Even though, like, I think we can't use the lantern on anything else because we tried using the lantern on other stuff here, right? Didn't we? We couldn't use it here, and we still can't use it here. It's interesting. It will not turn on in this room, so I wonder if later on will it turn on and we can find something in here. The elevators themselves. We'd want to use this one, wouldn't we? If we were going into one. Yeah. No, floor 5 is where we want to go into, right? Can we go to floor 5 now? No, we cannot. I'm guessing we have to go to here then. No? I thought maybe we do. Maybe not. Okay. Let's try the lockers. Oh! Oh no, that's the thing already. Yeah, that's. I was like, that's the thing we already saw. Maybe we should use the lantern in here. We could try it. Ain't gonna kill us. No. Where did we not go since then? We haven't been to Maple's room since we did the full rounds. The mirror right above your bed though, man. Terrifying. Should we try here again? This is always like a very funny part that like I never know like, you know, where exactly we have to go here after this. It must be something to do with the gallery then, is it? Or is it a thing where we can use the elevator to go upstairs? Maybe not. Something to do with the gallery? No? Can't click on Maple again. Okay. Should we use it here? It won't turn on in this room either. What's happening, guys? Maybe click on this. Hey, Sarah, there it is. Okay. Has Kurumada contacted you at all? That's what I was thinking with that receiver, right? Yeah, we'll check out the receiver just to be safe as well. So we want to make sure everyone's staying together as much as possible. I've spoken to the transceiver, there's no reply. Wonder if he's moving around. No way. Let me have the transceiver for a bit. I'll go check on him and look for him if he's not there. I'm tired of all this cocoa too. Can I leave you to that? Of course. Hand Ranmara the transceiver. You be careful now. Right. Again, I love their dynamic. I love their relationship. I do think that they can trust her. And in this sense too, I think we said, can I leave you to that? Was kind of like, you know, especially since everything had happened, he was going through a very emotional moment to be like, to reassure, like, hey, are you able to do this? Not in a way that's like, oh, I'm looking down on you, like, oh, you can't do this. It's more of a way of just being like making sure that his emotions are right in the right place. Can you do this? You know? I think it's actually a very like lovely moment. I ended up searching myself after all. I don't like leaving Kanako on her own, but she's actually, I feel like she's tougher than all of us. Can we go upstairs now? No. Okay. I guess we're doing the rounds again. To make sure anyone, because at this point then, whenever something happens, it shifts everyone to different locations, right? Or shifts like things to go to different locations, so we can check around again. Unless we have to go to the elevators and go up. Oh no! Oh, that's so scary. No, Maple's gone. It can't be. Did she start up again? No way recovering from that state. This is bad. The ID card's still with the baker lady, with Mai. If we meet her now, it'll be bad. Or if he meets her now, it'll be bad. Oh no. Where is she? Oh, he just came from there. What am I doing? Where is she? That's so scary. It's so effective as well, by the way, because this whole time we've been like, she's just there. Every time we go back in there, we click on her. She's there, she's there, she's there. And then she's not there. It's like an instant like, oh my god. Wait, would you go back to her room maybe? Oh my god. What the hell is happening here? I'm thinking maybe the coffin room then. But we didn't check the elevators yet. Oh god, no. God, you gave me a freaking heart attack. Oh my god, what the freaking hell? What the hell? What the hell? Hiyori. When I didn't know who it was for a second, then I saw it, and then it scared me double that it's him. What you doing? Midori, if you got time in your hands, could you help me carry this? Carry what? Meow? What are you doing? What is that? What? Maple, poor thing. Where are you going to take her? Wait, she's literally carrying, so Maple didn't come back to life, he's dragging her around the place. Well, the operating room, of course. Why? I'll fix her. You do not love her. She loved you, but you did not love her. Do not try to fix her at this point. It's probably better if she just gets to, like, you know, rest in peace at this stage. Like, shit, you will. We won't let you. Huh? You want Maple to be brought back? Oh, this poor girl. Poor girl because of freaking you. I know you're just gonna make her suffer again. That's what I'm thinking too. These, like she was, like, legitimately, like, in love with, Hiyori. So in love with Hiyori. And he did not reciprocate that whatsoever. And she was just constantly, like, angry, upset, jealous, all these things in between. If you want to stop me, kill me. Not that I expect anyone, but Maple will be able to do that. Wait. Okay, stand aside. I'm on my operating. The way he said, like, not anyone but Maple, is he saying, like, is this game trying to let us know that, like, maybe Maple could be the one to do it? Is that what they're trying to let us know? What do we do about this? Like, what can we do, though? I guess we go to the operating room, but, like, I'm going to save just in case. You never know what could happen next, guys. You never know. I guess like the best. Let's make sure everyone's okay in here though. Well, Hinako's probably fine then at that stage. Let's go to the operating room then. Yeah, like man, that's like as he said, like it's as Reiko said, it's being born again to suffer again. I can hear Midori's laughter and clattering of tools from the inside. What should we do? Can we stop him somehow? How? Something terrible has happened before, so they can't do anything. It feels powerless, right? We do feel powerless in this moment. At this rate, Maple's just going to come right after us again. Keiji, calling for Keiji, right? Because again, the thought process would be between her and Keiji. And again, I'm glad that it's become her and Ranmaru because I love their dynamic too. But of course, like it's one of those things where like you become so comfortable with like, okay, Keiji, what do we do next? You know? What's that? Testing. Can you hear me? An intercom? What? What? How do you get on the intercom? It's your friendly policeman on the air. How's everyone doing? Oh my god. How? What is this? Would love to explain everything, but unfortunately there's no time. What? If you can hear my voice, I got a request for you. Bring the ID card to the classroom. I need Sara to have her to come alone. What, come alone? What do you mean come alone? That's kind of scary. Because again, it was like this like moment of like, oh my god, Kate, we actually hear Keiji's voice again, right? She can hear Keiji's voice again. But then, come alone. That was Keiji's voice, right? It sure was, but Mr. Policeman, so he's okay, meow? Aww. Again, it's just so happy for him to be okay, right? Of course, like, we have the nervousness of, like, the come alone power. But for Gin, this is, like, a good thing, right? This is more that there's no, you know, he's safe. But is he really? Wolf, why are you doubting it, Bucket Girl? Bucket Girl? It's just strange. Why have Sara bring him the ID card all by herself? That's what I'm saying, too. And by the way, Bucket Girl isn't an insult. He calls, you know, Katara Muscle Gorilla as well. This music's great. So good. Yeah, that's the worrying part, right? Meow. But then who else could have done this, meow? That's true, Midori's right here. We need to get the ID card. Who has the ID card again? Oh, Mai has it. We have to get the ID card. Where did Mai go? What a troublesome situation. Here's the ID card back there. Oh, yeah? Okay. This actually helps us put our mind at ease about Mai a little bit too, right? What she heard about that. She probably heard it over the intercom and came to get us, right? That puts our mind a little bit at ease, because not that we didn't trust Mai, it was more of a situation where we just were very confused about what Mai was doing. But it puts our mind at ease a little bit more that, like, it's not something bad, right? Mai, so you weren't in there? Huh, I was outside. You were outside? That's a suspicious announcement. You were going to see what it's all about, right? I'll keep guard here so the rest of you go together. Right, I'm not gonna let Sara end up in danger. Good luck, everyone. The music, first of all, is fantastic, but the confusion is still there, right? And again, it's not, I'm sitting here, right, saying, like, you know, like, we don't want to not trust Mai, because that goes against, like, what we're trying to do here. We want to put our trust in her. But that doesn't change the fact there's, like, a confusion of, like, and Sara has this too, you can see it here, it's like, what is happening? Where was she? This whole thing of, like, it was outside, like, I'm sure she says outside the room, but, like, I understand there is a situation in, like, bigger buildings that, like, you can not see someone for a whole day, right? But I think it's quite impossible with so many people roaming around that they wouldn't be able to see her, right? This feels strange. Yeah, it does. It feels strange. Something's odd with Mai. Go alone, go with the others. Go alone or go with the other. Wait, so does this mean go alone, like, in terms of, like, bring someone with us? I know it's, you know, people in the Calvin, of course, that's what it means. But I'm talking about, like, going to this, like, to Keiji, obviously, that's what it means, yeah. But does that mean we're trying to leave someone behind with Mai? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's saying? Like, leave Reiko behind with Mai. I love this music, by the way. Because what I'm thinking is, right, and I hope I'm making myself clear here when I'm saying this, because I always like to think about these decisions as much as possible. go alone means we're respecting the wishes of like of KG over the intercom, right? Of the potential KG. Right? Go with others means that we're not respecting it, but like, does that mean no one's? I think we go alone, right? Because I feel like it's one of those things where like while this might be an issue, I feel like it might be safer to keep people down here to keep an eye on Mai as well. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. No, I'll go alone. No, that's dangerous. Come on, let's go, everyone. Yeah, I get it. No pushing. So okay, it's not a choice. Okay. The reason I thought is like maybe to leave someone here, so like. Because it's strange, right? So, okay, so our thought process was different, right? The thought process that, like, we had here was that that I thought was going to be, like, keep them behind, someone behind to watch over Mai, right? So Mai can stay here so, like, she's out of the way. But in reality, it was more like Sarah thinking, like, which I guess is kind of along the lines we were thinking too, like, this is strange. Something strange is happening here. And I'll go alone to, like, avoid Mai coming with us for now. And again, you can say at that point, it's like, oh, Calvin, that is a lack of trust. And I totally get if people said, like, that's a lack of trust, for sure. But I think it's okay to be weary of, like, even if it's not a thing where I think Mai's going to kill us, like, what is happening here, you know? What is going on here? And we know that they can create dummies of people. Why couldn't they create 2 dummies, you know? Why couldn't they do something else like that as well? So I think it's okay for Sarah to be kind of, like, weary, you know? I think it's more than okay. Wait. Oh. We're going to the elevators, okay. Again, such a great track. Okay, everyone, get on quickly. Like, she's so ready to go there too, right? This is definitely strange. I agree, it's so strange. Are we sure this isn't a trap to get us all where they want us? Why do you say that? Believe in KG. We could always not go. We ain't found Guitar either. I told you Guitar's doing just fine. Really now? Oh, she's like clenching her teeth as well. What has happened? I'm sorry, everyone. I got into the elevator by myself. Sarah! I swear I'll be back quick. Honestly, this is one of those times where I actually think it was actually the best option. No matter how suspicious it is. If I can't find something out about KG, I want to know. I actually think it was the best option. Usually, you guys know I'm the type of person that's like, do not go alone someplace. But this is one of those things where like, this is weird. This is so weird. And again, as I said, they've made multiple dummies before. They've made, you know, and it's not about like us thinking Mai's going to kill us. It's more of a thing of just like, we don't know what's happening here. And this is one of those rare times like Sarah going by herself, I think does mitigate the strangeness, but because Mai wants us desperately to go up here. So we're going here anyway, but we won't be going up with Mai, who is desperately trying to get us up here as well. So it mitigates some of the strangeness. While it's more dangerous, probably, we're mitigating some of the strangeness. Even if it's the worst possible answer. Yeah, it's an answer. You get what I'm saying? Like, keeping Mai out of the equation for now is not a bad idea. And it's not about going like, oh, like, you know, she's going to kill us. As I said, it's just smart. I think it's smart for Sarah to choose that decision. It was very smart for her to do that. Very smart. I'm sounding like I'm saying I was smart too by saying like I was going to go alone. But no, I mean this decision specifically. To trust her instincts and be like, okay, let's go alone. Right? My go alone was like maybe someone could stay behind and watch Mai. But like her go alone was like, I'm going to make the decision right now for myself in front of everyone. And I'm very proud of Sarah for making the decision. Should be safe. Right? You never know if you could get a game over right now. He's not here. KG? He's not here. There's no one here. Show yourself. Ah, Jesus Christ. There's no one here. There's nobody here. Is that another permission form? There's a dubious consent form, but now... Oh, yeah, we washed it off. Yeah. We already washed it off. Through here? No? This is scary, man. This is so scary. Oh my god, man. This is so scary. Do we have to activate this? What do you mean? We can't even move. Wait. There was... Oh my god, there's a sound near the teaching podium. What are you talking about? It's someone hiding behind the podium? I guess we have to approach, right? Give me courage. As you would be... What happened there? Man, I don't... Like, it does that once per recording. I gotta figure that out. It just goes no signal for a bit. And it does it once. And I don't know if it's just because, like, you know, it's a power draw thing, but it shouldn't be a power draw issue. At all. At all. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what's happening. It only happens like once per recording though, so... But I'm worried it might happen on a big moment, so I have to make sure, like, if this happens like right after this... What happened? What is that? What happened? What? Don't come here. What? What just happened? Don't come here. Is that kid? It's like a silhouette in this blinding light. What else is happening? What are we witnessing? What the hell are we witnessing? I have to talk to him? Great artwork as always, but this is so creepy. Like, what is that? The voice it's you, isn't it, Keiji? Stay away. What? There's nothing else we can do other than this. Why does he keep saying stay away? Are you the one who called for me? Listen to me. Shadow, it's been... Like, what has happened? This is so freaky. It's such like a unnerving visual. With this music in the background too. If you survive, then why? What do you mean don't come over here? What do you mean? What just happened? A sharp pain runs through my body? Keiji? What? 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 I think the last thing I saw was Keiji's face. What just happened? What? Sometime earlier? What is happening? How are you feeling? Wait. Oh, Katara got him out of there? You got a pretty pained look there. At least to give me a reply, Keiji. This is the strangest thing. I do not know what happened. But he knew something was gonna happen. He was trying to stop us from going there. Morning. Okay, so he's okay. He wasn't burnt in any way, shape, or form. And there's Mai as well. But why did Mai want us to go up here too then? If she knew, did she know that was gonna happen? My head's still spinning. And who did the intercom voice then? Glad you're okay. Can you stand? We're playing as Keiji now. We're playing as Keiji. What has just happened? I mean, even the data thing is Keiji. I'm alright. I'm alright. Hey, you look pretty drained. Are you okay? I am so nervous. I'm so nervous. No problems here. Appreciate the concern. Not the most expressive guy, I guess. Now I gotta wake up and assess the situation. What does the data thing look like? Oh, it's just a save. I thought we were gonna have like... Because why would we have a student ID card? You know what I mean? Like, why would we, I guess? They could have... You know what they could have done? A scratched police badge. You know what I mean? Like a scratched out police badge or something. You know, maybe that would be too morbid, but you know what I mean? The coffin Hayasaka was in. They opened all the coffins did open. Still looking a little woozy, Keiji. How are Sara and the others? Where are Sara and the others now? They got an ID card and went to the upper floor. Seems the coffin control worked out. Glad you didn't have to get grilled. No kidding. Well, that's a relief. So everybody's okay. About that, Kurumada took a big injury, but he's actually alive right now. That's the good thing. But I don't think they would know this. And Maple's running wild on this floor. Impressed that you two are okay? Let's leave the upper floor. I don't know if we can, right? Let's escape to the upper floor quick. Gotta meet up with Sara and the rest. I agree. Can't hide here forever. It was super scary in the coffin. I was gonna clutch voice. You hid there too? I mean, not dumb, right? Very smart. Thing is, if Maple comes running after us, everyone will ever be in danger. Then what should we do? I got an idea. We turn the power off so Maple can't use the elevator. They turned the power off. I mean, the breaker in the gallery, so they turned the power off. So interesting. So interesting. So like we were thinking, oh, maybe who pulled it off, and I think at one point we thought there was an idea that maybe they were cutting us off in some ways because they didn't want, but like, yeah, it's confirmed. We'll be stranded. Come on now, we got a heavy shutter here. We'll be safe, all right? Guessing it's got to be Sara and the others who closed it off in the control room. That being the case, somebody opened up the shutter. Katara waved a signal, but nothing happened. Is nobody watching? Are we stuck here? Let's think of another way out, maybe? For now, let's think of a way out of here. Yeah, I can't stand just sit still. Let's take a careful look around. Man, this is crazy. So something just happened to Sara. Something happened where she got hurt there in that moment. But we have no earthly idea exactly what happened. She said she saw she got hurt, she saw a blinding light. Well, not a blinding light, she just saw KG last, right? But again, that light there as well with KG, I have no idea what happened there. But man, that was such an unnerving visual, and now we're playing as KG, which at least then we're going to find out what's happening as well. The coffin Marmara was in. The coffin Hinako was in. The coffin I was in earlier. There's writing inside. It reads from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. It was too dark to notice when I was in it. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. There's some writing on the stone monument. Shutters block the entrance. So Sara and the others must have closed this for us. Thinking as much. Is there anything else we can do here? 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. Think about it. The series numbers from 1 to 7. Come to think of it, there's 7 coffins. Oh, okay. So we click on them. That's what the sound was. Is this 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 6. Oh, that's 1. That counts as 1. So 1. So maybe this is 2. 1, 2, 3. 7. No, this won't be 7. Maybe it is. Did that do something? I guess? KG, look, the wall moved. Seems like it'll open if we push it, a door? My push the wall. It's super interesting, like, playing as KG now as well, like, because obviously, oh, it goes right at the elevator. Because he was so used to playing as Sara. And then also, like, we have Sara that just happened to be in danger. And it's also really cool, like, connecting the past of what happened when we weren't looking, right? I just think it's, like, a really good way of doing the narrative here. Hooray, we got out! I'd like to go straight to floor 5, but let's go shut off the power to the elevator. Huh? I'm gonna save the game as well, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. So, can we explore, like, so if we go here... Oh, are we gonna find Mai as well? No, we're not. She's still rampaging. So we turned off the breakers. We know that for sure. That'll keep me from going upstairs. Should we return to the cemetery? Right before she finds us. Wait, someone's come and hide? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, this was Maple failing from exhaustion. What are we gonna do? She's acting strange. Watch from a distance, of course, right? Doesn't look like she moved, but... Oh, they want us to approach. They want us to approach. We approached Maple. Oh god, yeah, she's really... It's like she's powered down completely. Keiji. Kataro. Mai. Don't come near me. Wait, what? I'll do something terrible to you. So she's like, stay away from me at this point. Which is very different from the rampage that she was just on. It's alright? Or we'll stay away? Just keep our distance, you say? Lift it up, Maple. Hey, Keiji. Oh my god, it's so... You know what's so crazy about this? These are some of my favorite things in games. Oh, not just games, also movies too. It's like, oh, he's the one who did that. Oh, you know, those moments it's like, oh, we get to see like all the things that actually happened were like that were in different places, and we know how they were put in that place. My sitting down on the couch wasn't her coming into the room and just like plopping down on the couch. It was her after being put on the couch by Keiji. Keiji activated the breakers. You're kind. It seems I'll be able to talk peacefully. Oh, really? That'd be so interesting. I did terrible things to everyone. It's because we stole Midori's ID card from you, right? Do you really like Midori that much? Yeah. But... I have to kill him. Oh, remember Midori said that the one person that probably would be capable of it is Maple. But why is she saying that now when she said she loved him before? The obstructors are tasked with killing everyone other than the human survivors. Oh, okay, so she has to kill all the dummies, and that includes... Hiyori, then. Jeez, my target was the one in the number 4 coffin? Which was Hiyori. Wait, so then you're actually on our side? Right, I am, but you did try to... Okay, the turn of events was, I was like, you tried to kill us, but it's because we took the ID card, right? And because we took it from her. But you already put an obstacle in the way. I love... Oh, no, man, no. That's so horrible. So her goal was to kill Midori, but because he put this... And look, he has the lantern. He has the lantern. It was configured to... Oh, that got in the way of her goal then? That's so brutal. What the hell? Configured? That's why I can't kill Hiyori. But if you all can end this love, I could become a weapon to kill Hiyori. What? How can we do that? This is my gimmick. How can we do that? That's pretty crazy, man. Like, again, like... Hiyori always has a plan for something, and like, you know, he just basically stopped the one thing that could probably end him like right instantly, which is Maple. What's that nonsense? Your feelings are being treated like some game mechanic. That's what it is. Yeah, being her consciousness is being reconfigured to put a stopgap there to stop her from killing Hiyori. Yeah, but this feeling was a happy one, far more so than Hiyori anticipated. And that's why he went on a rampage. I'm sorry. There's no time. Hey, stay with us. In the locker, check the center one from the left side. The password is 3141. Once you have what's inside, come back here. Man, it's so crazy that like even Maple, like her love for him is not even real. We thought that was gonna be maybe like this, like some, like in my head I thought it could be like some sort of like thing where like, you know, she sees something in him or something like that. No, it's once again just these people in Asanaru and Hiyori being absolutely invasive and horrible, even to the obstructors. You know? Like, holy hell. Even the one person that likes Hiyori in this whole game was forced to like Hiyori. Thank you. Should we ask her to tell us more? No, let her rest. We'll be back. Let's go back to... Oh, sure. I don't know if, like... Because I maybe should have asked more information. Sorry about that, guys. But I just think at the moment, it's just like, okay, look, let her rest. She's clearly going through a hell of a time. To the locker room, we have to find something. So invasive. So horrible. Absolutely horrible. reconfiguring someone to love you is, to me, that's the same thing as like, you know, and people say, well, it's just a dummy, but like that's horrible, right? That's messing with someone's emotions. That's forcing them to do something that they don't want to do. You know, it's not right. It's not right at all. And here's the thing, it's the same thing that happened to Ranger. Ranger was forced to be jealous and bitter about everyone in this world, so he was forced to go on this, and he would not have acted that way if he wasn't programmed to do it. It's invasive, it's horrible, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. Which one did they say again? Leave it to me. They've gone in sync. So they got in sync because Katara and Maya like are actually like become such good pals. Is like a very sweet thing. It's a very sweet thing to me. It's open. Obtain the lantern. Now could this be a light? Let's go back and ask Maple. Yeah, I love that. I love that dearly. I love the idea that like Maple and that Mai and Katara especially have become pals, especially after everything they both went through. It's really special to me. Hey Maple.
He Ori.
Whoa, easy now.
He Ori.
No, she doesn't notice us.
Is she broken?
Maple does to come back once we obtain this lantern. Maybe she wanted to inspect this room. Remember, we couldn't use it in this room because it was broken, but maybe we can use this one? What's different? Well, this is green. The painting is from Siri. What's this? The painting looks different, yet it's green. Can you reach it, though? I'm gonna jump. Oh my god! Beast! In a good way. Ah! Oh, yeah, you probably fell in your butt.
You'll open up your wound.
Sorry, but there's a switch behind the painting. I'll jump up.
Wonder what it did.
It opened up the other door, right? Is there anything else here that we can notice here about this place? But that opened up the operation table, right? Is that's what it opened, right? But that means so he closed it afterwards. That means someone closes afterwards. That means that gives me a worry that this might not turn out the best. A secret passage?
Let's check it out. I want to know what Maple wanted to tell us.
Yep. Like that, the fact that it was closed behind us at some point is even scarier. Because that means at some point we came in here and then at some points we had to leave. And someone closed it, and that's obviously Yori. There's some kind of switch. Is this the power? What the freaking hell, dude? Is that KG? What the hell? Who's that? No, that's not. That's the policeman. Oh my freaking god, that's the policeman. This hallucination. Oh my god, I was wondering what that was. No, it's the policeman. What's the matter? No, nothing. You gotta talk about this at some point, KG. Business, and he talks about his hallucinations as his business as usual. That was so scary. That was so scary. Holy freaking hell, that was terrifying. What did they expect me to do with that? What can I do with that? That's horrifying. Kind of gets me excited, yeah? A drink machine. Hey, want something to drink? It's all got hot drinks though. Hot drinks, huh?
I'll have a honey lemon tea. Katara, KG should have some too.
That might not be bad. Again, as I'm saying, people can ever question this and be like, why would you drink at the time of this? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Again, if you've been forced to eat at a certain time all the time, and then all of a sudden you get to have some nice food, like at your own will, you're devouring that stuff. You like it? Reminds me of club time back in high school. Relax just a little bit with the drink machine. Open it up. Oh, did we take it? What? Remember, it was empty before, so did we take it? Oh my god. That's Yori's head. What the hell? Severed head to be in Midori's? It's just a doll head. The box got a letter in it. Let's see. To Master Hiyori, forgive the delay. The left eye surrounding area has been repaired. Once charged, it should function properly. Who did this? This is messy writing. What's up with this? A spare doll? Who wrote this? Let's take it with us. I mean, we did take it with us, right? Because then it wasn't there when the other guys got this. Maybe we should take this. You serious? I mean, like, it wasn't there the last when we came there, right? Could be used for something after all. Obtain Midori's head. We attained Midori's head, I guess. I'm not sure what we can find a use for this for, but I guess we have to find something. Is that all we can do here with the kind of getting? Yeah, sure. There's a machine with a keyhole by the door.
I could do it if there was a fingerprint scan.
We still don't know why her scan works, right? Didn't think that would work. She tried putting her finger into it. I mean, honestly, A for effort. I don't care what anyone says, man. Like, in this place, I'd be doing everything I could to get out of this place. Should we check through the rooms? Ceiling's not falling here. That means the ceiling falling was intentional, by the way. Right? They wanted the ceiling to fall for us to find something. Should we go back to here then? Maple keeps muttering Yori to herself.
Here, it's Yori.
Oh, the actual doll head itself for giving it to Maple?
Yori's here, I'm glad. So you found the lantern?
We did. How can we fix you? Tell us what you know? Should we ask this question? Please tell us whatever info you know.
Okay, I'll tell you about the banquet.
The banquet's the last resort of this sub-game. It's the only way to clear it. What's that?
It was written on that big gate. When the dead assemble, the banquet shall begin.
Does it have to do with the dummies? The dummies, maybe?
You're half right, but no.
It's the coffins. Okay.
What normally goes inside the coffins are the dead. And there are 7 coffins in the cemetery. When the 7 people are in them once more, banquets...
Wait, so no matter what, you have to put 7 in the coffin for the banquet to be held? So, like, since there were 7 people in the coffin and 7 people... Was there 7 people on our side? Someone had to go in the coffin, and that's why maybe so it's like... Gin, Reiko, Kotaro, Kana... There'd be 6, right? 6 of us, right? I think there's 6 of us. So yeah, because it's Gin, Reiko, Kotaro, Kana, Sara. Gin, Reiko, Kotaro, Keiji, Kana, Sara, 6. And that means there's like one or the other can go in the coffin, right? By doing that, even the dummies can be saved.
How does that work? I mean, we have to kill our partners? Did you really hear that?
What? Wait, is that not the goal?
And if you don't want to go back to being a corpse, then before the game ends, have the one you're paired with take your place.
Take my place?
So you make her into a corpse instead and kill your partner.
So is this not the idea?
Someone take your place.
Wait, wow, your true mission was to create substitutes for yourself. Killing them just means putting them in your coffin. Anyone will do, doll or human, dead or alive? That's all it takes? So it wasn't about killing them? It was about just going inside the coffins? Is that what we're saying? If you clear the game, the bombs will stop. Wait. All we have to do is fill the coffins up 7 times and then the game would stop and everyone can survive? Then what about running out of power? If you run out of battery, we die, right? Will they still charge us after we clear it? That's crazy. That's okay. So he just wanted to make up the game for himself then. He always been adding rules for himself.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, dude. That was such a huge part as well. That was so huge. Right? That was like the biggest part of the story. That was the reason like that Mai even stabbed Kotaro in the first place. Hiyori might not think of me or you as anything more than gimmicks. No. But you see, Mai, you'll just stop. Your body will remain. There's a possibility you can be brought back. So there's like this whole secret thing where people could have survived, people could have lived, and like there could have been no conflict whatsoever if we knew this in the first place. There's just no way, right? Who's going to bring us back? There's no way Asanara would show us sympathy. They intended to dispose of us from the start. You'd require like us to do it. They've been enjoying watching us as we struggle helplessly. That's so brutal. Exactly. This is what I was thinking. We'll bring you back. And of course, Katara's saying this as well after everything that's happened is so beautiful too. Because I know what Mai's saying, because while I was looking at the positives of like, oh, if we knew this, and that's not a positive technically, because like obviously we didn't know this, and it was like very, very dark that this happened to all of them. But like it was one of those situations that if somehow they could be put into the coffins, right? I think that's what I'm saying. I might look back over it as well before we do the ending discussion. They can be put back into the coffins, and it's a situation where they could like save everybody. All they need to do is fill the 7 coffins, right? But she's talking about how like, well, if our power runs out, then we're gone anyway. So who would bring us back? But Katara's saying it's us that'll bring you back. Us. I don't know how yet, but we ain't gonna abandon you, not a chance. Oh, Kotaro, man. Incredible stuff. Kotaro, oh my god, this must mean so much to her. These two best buds. Because we're allies. Let's go with it. Let's go with it 100%. We're allies after all. Well said. It's okay. You have allies. Don't be scared. How nice seeing you 3. It means so much to me, to Mai, right? But then, of course, Maple had to be forced to like this guy. She wasn't allowed to have allies as well. But it means so much to Mai that Kotaro even would say that as well. I feel like Maple. Oh no, Maple. I know it's so crazy again how this game is so good at making us feel instantly like sympathetic to these characters. As we said as well already, like they're all victims in a way. Hey, Maple. No way, man. Did she die? We'll bring her back. We have to. And it's one of those things, it's not just about we all having to for the story. We have to, like, to me, to prove the soul of this game, right? It's not just about saving all the humans. It's about saving all the AI dummies as well. It's not just about the humans. It's not. To prove the point of this game, to prove the love we have for this game, it legitimately also has to be, we have to bring her back. We will bring her back. Maple is just a victim in this, as just as everyone else is, just as Mai is. We have to. We'll bring her back. Her body's still here too. There's still the possibility. It is such a powerful moment there for Kotaro to say this to, and Keiji to say to Mai in that moment, especially when she was going through a situation where she was feeling like no matter what, we were meant to die because we would not be able to be powered back up. But now that we have these companions here, it's like we will be the people to do that. We will find a way to do that. We will find a way to be able to bring you back all the time. It's such an important moment. And as well, the idea as well that like from Mai's perspective, feeling downtrodden, feeling like, you know, like there's maybe like a lack of a point after everything that's happened as well, you know? But then Kotaro is one of the people that's being so strong for her. And I think it's important that he is the one that's strong for her because he is the one that got stabbed by her, you know? And that's, I think Kotaro is such a guiding beacon of light for me where it's like, and not that we would forget about that. We're always going to be on the side of the dummies and trying to make them feel good and trying to make sure that they're safe as well. But if we ever do falter, I want to picture Keiji in my head, if that makes sense. I want to picture him in my head because that's such a beautiful thing after getting stabbed by this person to be so receptive to them, understanding what their situation is as well, and even in this moment being so supportive. And no wonder they're best buds. Something fell to the floor. Obtained a small key. Was Maple holding this? Wait, the door. But how did we get in there and then Mai got on the other side though? How did that happen? We have no earthly idea. That's the thing. We have no earthly idea how they got on that side. So I guess we're like going to talk about everything that's happened here as well. I'm going to end the video there and then come back in the next one. This is like really like an incredible game. It's so incredible, and obviously the story is obviously something that's affecting us over and over again here. But I think it has to be like expected as well, but how like absolutely amazing it has been so far as well. Really, like, I didn't understand what was happening at the end, but I think like I actually look back on it and I think I understand it like way more now. Basically, it's one of those things where they're saying that they didn't have to kill everybody in the first place. It wasn't part of the plan. All they needed to do was like put whoever they wanted inside the coffins, whether it be dummy or human. And then that's when they said the banquet would begin, when all 7 people are assembled into the coffins. Now, we don't know what the banquet really is. We don't know if it's like a thing where they get out of here, or if it's a new like game or whatever it is. Because to me, like when you say like the banquet begins, that sounds terrifying. And it could be related to the idea of like a sub game or a main game. A main game's more of the voting things, but like I think now it's probably like different because we have the dummies with us. The banquet sounds terrifying, right? It sounds like a terrifying thing. So I don't know what it is. But like, it seems like to them, they see it as maybe more like something that could be more hopeful. At least there's something that we know more about this place. But like, am I right in saying that to me, like the banquet sounds terrifying? It sounds like it could be like some sort of game or sub game or something along those lines. It sounds terrifying. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that completely as well. But basically, like they have to like assemble 7 people in these coffins, and that's kind of like the I guess way you're going to get like this banquet to happen or whatever, like progress forward. But the big thing obviously is once again that like Hiyori was like lying to us once again all this time. Hiyori was like bullcrapping us all this time about who like had to kill who, and if they even had to kill anyone anyway. That's the whole point of this anyway, was to show that he was like actually legitimately lying once again to us, which again is not surprising. It's not something that I'm like totally like shocked about, because that just seems like it's his character at this stage, is always like messing with us, and we have to expect like most of the things he said aren't going to be true. And in this case, it's like a really devastating lie as well, because it, Mai's perspective, which is actually really interesting. I think it's so powerful too. From Mai's perspective, she stabbed Keiji for the same reason, to survive, to live. And now for a split second there, once again, she started crying because she was thinking to herself, I didn't even have to stab Keiji. But then afterwards, when she worried about not being able to like be powered up again, be charged again after what happens, like let's say like, they do escape this place, who's going to charge them or whatever. And Keiji being the one to be like, hey, I will charge, not Keiji, sorry, Kotaro saying, and Keiji said this too, but Kotaro was like, I'll be the one to charge you, is really important to me, because it shows that like, I think it shows Mai that like, even though like you technically stabbed Kotaro for no reason, at all, which you didn't know about that, but even though like, it's like saying that like, it hasn't changed a thing. We're still here in this together. We're going to work together to survive this. And that's such an important thing for Kotaro and Keiji to mention, because I feel like it really does like allow Mai to realize that she is like gonna be, she's not in the out for here. Like it doesn't matter that she did what she did. We're still moving on, and she still cared about it, even if it's something that like really like worried her as well, obviously too. Which again, it's understandable that it would make her feel like, oh, they're gonna hate me now, because that's like a very like human thing to feel. You might say, well, they're dummies, but they have like human feelings, right? They have human consciousness. So it is like very normal thing of like, oh my god, I did that for nothing. But then Keiji and Kotaro reminding her, we're gonna revive you, we're gonna charge you, so don't worry, you were still part of our crew as well. But there's a lot of stuff that happened in this episode. I do love the moments with the drink machine. Like the moments where they were like drinking at the like the vending machines. It felt like it was like a moment of like respite that you don't really get in this game, which I think is probably again 100% like an intentional thing to have them like have just this moment to be themselves and not have to worry about anything too extreme happening here also, which is really, really cool as well. But there was like an underlying mystery to this whole episode, and of course what happened to Sara as well, which is so weird too. There was like a bunch of different mysteries that were going on here as well, because obviously like we were like thinking all the time of like what was happening to Keiji and Kotaro, what happened. All we know that Mai was roaming about the place. She wanted our key card, we gave her the key card. But there is that thing where it's like, as I said throughout this episode, it's not a lack of trust in Mai, it's more of a lack of trust in the game itself, which again, you could say, well, that's a lack of trust in Mai then as well. And I totally understand if you said that too, but my perspective is more that it's like a lack of trust in the actual game itself, because we know that they can create dummies, right? It's an unfortunate thing, because then we always have to be weary. Yes, we trust each other and we want to protect each other, but we always have to be weary of like, is that a dummy? And I think the thing as well, like with Mai, is that she was acting really shifty this episode. She was acting really strange, you know, giving back the key card, asking for the key card, asking him to go with us to where KG was. Of course he'd be suspicious with all the stuff that's happening in here as well, because especially when we heard the thing about the thing over the intercom for KG to come find us. It sets up a whole idea of like, why would he send us there and then tell us to stay away? That means someone was probably like, you know, using his voice in some way to call us there. As I said, she gave us the card in that moment without question, and then asked us to go with her as well, you know. Yeah, it's very strange. And even like later on, that's why Sara left, was because she wanted to kind of like do it by herself, because she was worried about what Mai might be thinking. And again, it's not Sara being like, I think Mai is evil. It's not saying that like she doesn't trust anybody else. It's more of a thing of just like, right now in this moment, everything feels weird. So at least if I do this myself, I know for a fact that I'm not gonna like, you know, do something that's against myself, you know. And even if like it's one of those things where like, you know, we're not saying that Mai will betray us, but it's more like a thing of like, who knows what they know right now? Who knows what happened? We got to make sure that we can like legitimately protect ourselves. And the best way to do that is to be like, okay, if she's so enthusiastic about going with us right now, and it's such a strange and like kind of very forward way, it's smart, I think, for Sara to be like, okay, let's take a step back and I'll do this myself. Even though like it ended up like not in a great way, I still think that in that moment, I think we all would maybe choose like a similar thing in some ways. We learned about the idea of there's maybe a possible way to escape, which didn't even think about that in the moment, that they had this probably Hades incident within this building as well. But we learned that there is a possible way that we could escape from this place by possibly climbing up through the... not climbing up, but getting up to the 6th floor, because we saw this thing where it was like this broken piece of the ceiling, and like Gin reminded us that this Shinobu Goku guy, he was talking about the idea of the mutual slaughter and the Hades incident, that they kind of disagreed with the idea of like, because the Hades incident was a way to like make the new dawn and create the new dawn, and they kind of like disagreed with that idea as well. So they said there was a way to escape on the 6th floor, which again, once again, does this thing with the game where Reiko was hugging us. It was such a beautiful moment. It gives the characters hope, which again could be dashed, but I think that's the name of the game. It's always about like the idea of like maybe giving people hope and then maybe dashing those hopes as well. But at least it's something. It's like some sort of avenue we can follow. There is like a 6th floor here that's possible for escape as well. There's some really scary moments here when we went back and we saw like Maple was gone and Hiyori was dragging her body, like basically like you know, he mentioned that there was a possible that she's the only one who could like kill him, or said something like that. Like she's the one that could do this. And we learned later on that like honestly like she is that thing. She was programmed to kill Hiyori, but he changed the programming inside of her to give her a love program. And the love program was basically the idea that she would not be able to kill him because she was in love with him. And so because of that, he actually was able to survive what was happening, because she would not be able to kill him, and he was like the main person that probably would be able to kill him as well. He's thought of a lot of this stuff in terms of like manipulation and all these things as well. And honestly, it's actually like very I don't know what you say. It's like actually like, you know, I don't like it because it's invasive and horrible, but like this dude is like clearly like a technological whiz and some sort of like freaking like crazy mastermind when it comes to technological stuff, because like he is like running circles around everything. He's definitely like a manipulator. He's definitely like, as we said, like, you know, I feel like Shin in the first two chapters was the gasoline on the fire, not because he was like trying to like actually upset people, but because he was like, you know, legitimately thought that Sara was going to be someone who was going to try and kill him. Right? So he was causing all these issues and causing all these crazy problems, but it made the drama better. It made the whole situations better. It made the paranoia better. And in the end, we understood what was happening, because we love Shin in the end, right? We really do adore him. But at the time, it was creating these situations where it's like, oh my God, he's like constantly throwing gasoline on these embers of these fires and making them blaze up. And now I think to this extreme, it's like one of those things where like, I wish I could talk to Calvin back then when I was like, oh my God, this So guy is crazy. Why is he always lying? It's like, dude, you're going to wish you just had Soul lying to you. You're going to wish that all you had was Soul lying to you in the end. Because that's what happens to Hiyori. Hiyori becomes like a kind of like he is not just becoming, he is the character that is constantly lying to us, manipulation. He's just wandering around the place. He's like he's nothing. Like it's nothing. Staring us right in the face, taunting us sometimes. Like he is having fun here. And for us as well, it's a situation where we're constantly tortured mentally by this character who we can't even do anything to right now. So all we have to do is see this guy constantly like playing in our face. You know that term, playing in your face? It genuinely feels like that's what he's doing constantly. We have to just deal with it. And psychologically, that must be torture, right, to understand this. But yeah, there was a love protocol created by Maple, and that's when Maple told us about what was happening with the 7 coffins, and you can like, you just have to put 7 people in the coffins, which again, I don't care when it says the banquet sounds like it is some sort of like terrifying like thing, right? It's going to lead to a game of some sort. It's going to lead to something horrible. There's no way that it's just like this thing where like you lay in the coffin and everything's okay. I thought it was for a second, but then when I was looking back over things because I wanted to read it again, I was like, there's no way the banquet's going to be something clean. There's no way the banquet's just going to be like, oh, like, everyone go free, you did it. It has to be something more terrifying, especially since it was coffins like can like spew fire. There has to be something to it. Either it leads to a game or the banquet is a game itself. That's what I'm saying. That's my prediction. Of course, it's going to be something like that, or something horrifying, or even like a mini game or something like that. It's going to be something really terrifying. I really feel like it is. But yeah, like I really think it's honestly one of those things where like when we did the flashback thing, because what happened with Sara was she showed up to KG's the classroom, and there was like this almost like flash of light, and KG was asking her to stay away, which is so scary. It's such a scary moment. But of course, like, Sara in her mindset, she's like, I can do something to help. And she moved closer and closer. And now we just see that Sara's been knocked out in some way. So we have to like deal with the fact that we don't know what's happening with Sara. It's actually kind of scary. It's actually kind of terrifying. But in that moment, like, it's very disorienting. And then they switch over to KG's perspective, which is a very great narrative choice to like shock us into being like, watch this happen. And then just like, have an interesting thing to follow them. Because I think one of the worst things you can do as a TV show, and we've seen this like so many times, is that there is like a feeling of when I watch a TV show and they do a cliffhanger and then they don't expand on the cliffhanger next week, but they don't give me something interesting to like give, because Walking Dead we do it all the time. Again, I didn't really like The Walking Dead, but I watched it with family and it was really fun to watch with family. And what would happen is they do a cliffhanger and then the next week they do like this episode where it'd be like, oh, we're following a different character now. But like 50% of the time you'd be like, this is not what I wanted. 50% of the time would be what you wanted. If like, say for example, if they like we followed KG and it was just like nothing, it was a nothing burger, it would be very upsetting because it's like, man, you just gave me this cliffhanger with Sara and now I have to go into this other part. No, it's great because it's like I get to see what KG and Kataro and Mai were doing at the time, and that's something we're interested in. And that's why it works. That's why the cliffhanger works. Rather than it being something that is like, you give us a cliffhanger and then like, hang us on the line for a bit. It actually works out very, very well. Because we want to see what's happening. And we saw stuff like, for example, like, they turned off the elevators. They moved Maple to the couch. They removed the contents of the box in the place as well there too. And we also saw as well, like, as we're exploring around this place also, Mai and Katara's relationship is fantastic. And it's one of my favorite things. It could carry its own TV show, its own game. But also, like, we found out that Maple was, quite adorable here in some way. Not adorable, quite sweet here, I should say. Where she was kind of like, when she's kind of powered down, she's not trying to kill us. She was like, trying to be nice, like stay away. It's like she doesn't want to kill us. It's like there's a protocol in her that like it seems like she's being more aggressive with us because of her love, the love program, as we said, for Hiyori. And that's also, again, another invasive and horrible thing. We talked about this before with Ranger. While Ranger did absolutely horrific and horrible things, and we can never forgive that version of Ranger, what we can look at is the fact that like 110% Ranger is a victim too, just like Maple. Yes, did Ranger kill someone? Yes. Did Maple nearly kill someone? Yes. But it proves here once again that what is happening here is not just a victim of the people involved. It's not just even like the dummies and the people. It's also some of the like floor masters and the it's the floor masters, and it's also the other dummies, the AI consciousness, like for example the Reiko that was destroyed as well is a good example. But in here is like Ranger, who like was made to be bitter and evil and horrible, so you never had a chance at life. And then also at the same time too, with Maple, she's meant to like serve a purpose, but instead her purpose was manipulated by, in a very invasive and horrible way, by Hiyori. It's a very invasive and horrible way. It's disgusting. So that she now like it lacks her true purpose, which is killing Hiyori. It shows that in this whole Asunaro situation, it's not just like one-to-one, we are the victims. It's we are the victims, and also these other characters can heavily relate to also the feelings that we're feeling now as well in some ways, because again, they're also being invaded on in their lives. they're feeling this horrible thing too, but they're feeling it in a different way, right? Where they're not even given a chance at life. And again, I want to make it clear as well, that doesn't mean like, when a dummy comes along and tries to kill us, we can just be like, hey buddy, you're a good friend of mine. I'm going to understand right away. No, we have to like fight back. We have to like, feel our feelings. We have to be like F you if we want to say F you, but we also have to attack everything from nuance and understand that like there is like different situations here and different, ideas. For every Ron Mara, there might be two dummies who like are trying to like, again, like I said, I don't feel bad for when I was like, I hate Ranger, because that was the game. That's the game's point. Now I do feel bad for what happened to Ranger, but you understand what I'm saying, right? It's like at that time, I don't feel like, oh my God, like I feel so bad. Like I don't regret it is what I'm saying. Because that's what the game wanted you to feel. The game wanted you to feel like this guy is just like a sociopath. He's horrible. I don't want to be anywhere near him, right? And then when you realize what happened, you're like, oh my God, that's horrible what happened to him. And that's the whole point of the game. And it's the same thing with Maple as well. You won't regret feeling like, oh my God, we need to like destroy her. We need to get rid of her. We need to like stop her. Because then when you see her in this state as well, it's supposed to bring up those feelings of like, she's a victim too. She's a victim in all of this as well. And she's had to go through some horrible stuff, just like we had to go through some horrible stuff. Obviously, like it's different. I know that's different, but like still, they're at the whims of Asanaro like we are. We are captive by Asanaro. They are captive by Asanaro. We're made to do things by Asanaro. They're made to do things by Asanaro. And it's just something we have to understand. Even if it's one of those things where like I'm not going to sit here and be like, all the time and be like, well, like, I always have to say that because a lot of people say like, people think nuance nowadays is just saying the good person's bad and the bad person's good. I see it all the time in the Genshin community. It's freaking awful. Where like people will be like, bad guy actually good. And it's like, why? Well, it's more nuanced. And it's like, nuance isn't just saying bad guy good. Well, he is. Like it's and the same token going by and saying like, oh well, this good guy is actually bad, like without any reason. It's not nuance. Nuance is finding like the actual. I know it sounds so pretentious. I'll tell you what nuance is right now. Actually, yes. Well, nuance is this. No, I'm more meaning like nuance is about like finding the like every aspect of a person, or in this case, a dummy or a situation, and exploring it from all those avenues. But still, you can come to a conclusion, right? It's like one of those things where you can explore a bad guy and be like, this bad guy is this and this and that, but they also do this, and still come to the conclusion that they're awful. That doesn't mean you didn't look at it from nuance. That means you came to a nuanced conclusion because of how everything you explored, all the experiments or like ideas you had in your head about it as well, right? And what I'm saying here is trying to lead into this whole situation is I'm saying that like, obviously if dummy comes along right now that like, tries to kill Gin, I'm not going to sit here and be like, no guys, he's just a friend. I'm going to be like, get the hell off him. I will kill you. You know what I mean? Because in that moment, that's what we do. But we also have to attack everything from nuance and be like, later on, be like, if we find out later on that this dummy that tried to attack Gin was actually like, once again, programmed to attack Gin, and once we fix them up, they're like, I didn't want to do it whatsoever. Then you go like, oh yeah, victim as well, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. But it's such an interesting story. Once again, such an interesting thing. I love the relationship between Katara and Mai. I'm really curious to hear what happens with the stuff with Sara, because that stuff with Sara was terrifying. Like that flash of light and into that moment there, into the cliffhanger with Keiji was really well done. But like, it's a really weird feeling to feel like the character that we've been following this whole time is like in distress, because she's always someone that like we feel like we're following in such a stalwart way. Even when she's upset and she's going through stuff, right? She always has people to pick her up, and we're like, okay, Sarah's. And again, I hate that. Like I say that because I don't want to make it seem like I'm being like, oh, Sara has to be tough. I more mean it like kind of way like this is our main character, and I'm very proud this game allows her to be vulnerable, allows her to be sad, and in this case allows her to be like incapacitated. You know what I mean? To a point that like she's. Again, that sounds so weird. Being like, I'm so glad this game incapacitates my favorite character. I mean it more like I'm glad that this game allows her to never just be this hero, to not always just be this heroic character. She's also vulnerable as well. Because that makes like us trying to protect her as well important also, because we want to protect Sara too. It's not just a situation where we're like, we know we'll survive. It's like, no, I want to make sure she doesn't go through anything bad. Yeah. If you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for the lowest tier at €1 or wherever it is in your currency. Every single Your Turn to Die video is early on Patreon and YouTube members first. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, which is going by right now, that is €10 or whatever is in your currency as well. And if you want to hear your name be read out at the end of every single video, that is €15. I want to say thank you to the patrons first as the highest tier, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, Hike Kasparian, Neo Showerite, Leah200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler21, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lucinargo. See you guys soon. Bye bye.